Kelly, we've got a couple of breaking news developments. One from the Trump campaign we'll tell you about in just a little bit, calling for a recount. But first, over the last half hour, we have listened to the Wisconsin Elections Commission defend the election yesterday. And let's show you what the vote totals are. And again, at this point, NBC News is saying this is a race that is too close to call. So nobody is being declared a winner here, either by NBC News, other media organizations, or by the state of Wisconsin. But they do show, at least as they tabulate the votes, that Joe Biden is ahead by a little over 20,000 votes. And within the last half hour, we heard from the Wisconsin Elections Commission, and they got asked point blank, what do you say to people who say, this doesn't smell right? It's a little suspicious that Biden jumped ahead at the last second. Here's what they had to say about the honesty and integrity of the election.
Despite more absentee ballots, the evening proceeded in a very normal fashion. Our election was executed with precision, and it's also, every step of the process is publicly observable.
So what happens now, and we showed you some of these absentee and early ballots that were being processed last night here in the city of Milwaukee. Municipalities will start canvassing and certifying their election results this afternoon. They then report it to their respective counties. The counties then have until a little bit later on this month to report them to the state. And then starting on December 1st, the state will then do a canvass where it begins certifying the results. Despite the state saying that there is nothing at all that was wrong with this election, the Trump campaign out with a statement within the last 5 minutes, essentially saying we want a recount. And by the way, they are within 1% of the total, so they are entitled to call for a recount. The head of the campaign saying there have been reports of irregularities in several Wisconsin counties which raise serious doubts about the validity of the results. The president is well within the threshold to request a recount, and we will immediately do so. So the bottom line is this, Kelly. Right now, the race is too close to call, and it looks like, as many people have predicted, we're headed to not only a recount, but likely some legal challenges over the next several weeks.
So, Phil, let's talk about the prospect of a recount for a moment. I know we haven't done a lot of reporting on this yet, but if that's the case, do you have any idea what kind of time frame we're looking at?
I don't. The Election Commission was asked about the process, and they said there is a certain, a defined process that happens for all recounts, and that it begins by going through the results on a city and county level, and then going through the results on a statewide level. And that, obviously, according to the Trump campaign, that's what they want to see. So we'll see that play out here over the next several weeks. But at this point, the state of Wisconsin is targeting December 1st. That's the deadline that they've had in there for months as to when they begin certifying their results. Obviously, we'll see if that gets changed at all, given the fact that the Trump campaign wants a recount.
December 1st. Okay, we'll see if we keep talking about those kinds of deadlines at this point. It wouldn't be a surprise. Phil, appreciate it very, very much. Phil LeBeau's in Wisconsin for us with the latest.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.